Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the English Learning Podcast. I'm your host, Jason, and I'm so glad you're here with us today.
Hi everyone, I'm Julia, your co-host. Today we have a very special episode. We're going to talk about how to build a growth mindset and achieve your dreams. This is not just about learning English, it's about changing your life.
Exactly, Julia. Many people feel stuck. They think they can't improve, or they believe success is only for special people. But that's not true. If you understand what a growth mindset is and how to build it, you can truly change your future.
Yes, and we're going to break it down in a simple and friendly way, perfect for English learners. You'll learn new words, hear real conversations, and get inspired to take action.
So grab your notebook, get comfortable, and let's begin this exciting journey together. Remember, your dreams are possible, and your mindset is the key.
Let's get started.
So, Julia, before we dive deeper, let's start with the big question. What exactly is a growth mindset?
Good question, Jason. A growth mindset is the belief that you can improve your skills, talents, and intelligence through effort, practice, and learning. It means you believe that you can grow.
So if someone has a growth mindset, they don't say, I can't do this, right?
Exactly. Instead of saying I can't, they say I can't yet. That little word, yet, makes a big difference. It shows hope and possibility.
I love that. I can't do it yet. So, for example, if you're learning English and you can't speak fluently, a growth mindset says, that's okay. I can learn. I can improve.
Yes, people with a growth mindset don't give up when things are hard. They see mistakes as part of the learning process, not as failure.
That's powerful. On the other hand, people who don't have a growth mindset, they might say, I'm just not good at English, and they stop trying.
Right. That's what we call a fixed mindset. We'll talk more about that in the next part. But for now, remember, a growth mindset helps you believe in yourself, especially when you face challenges.
And it's not just about English or school, it's about life. If you want to become a better speaker, a better friend, a better person, it all starts with believing you can grow.
Yes, anyone can build a growth mindset. You don't need to be born smart. You just need to stay curious, keep trying, and never give up.
So listeners, we want you to remember this. A growth mindset means you believe in learning and growing, even when it's hard.
That's the first step to achieving your dreams. And in this podcast, we'll show you how to take more steps forward.
All right, now that we understand what a growth mindset is, let's talk about the difference between a fixed mindset and a growth mindset. Julia, can you explain that?
Of course, a fixed mindset is when people believe their abilities, like intelligence or talent, are fixed. They think, I'm either good at something or I'm not.
So, it's like saying, I was born bad at math, or I'm not a language person, right?
Exactly. People with a fixed mindset often avoid challenges because they're afraid to fail. They think failure means they're not good enough.
That's sad, because failure is actually a big part of learning.
Yes. Now, on the other side, people with a growth mindset believe they can improve through practice. They're not afraid to try, make mistakes, and learn from them.
Let's give a few quick examples. I'll say a sentence, and you tell me, fixed or growth mindset.
Let's do it!
I'm not smart enough to learn English.
That's a fixed mindset.
How can I improve my English speaking every day?
That's a growth mindset. You're asking how to grow.
I failed the test. I'll never be good at this.
Fixed mindset.
I failed the test, but I'll study more and try again.
Growth mindset. That's the attitude we want.
So, listeners, the difference is clear. A fixed mindset says I can't, while a growth mindset says I can learn.
And here's the good news. You can choose to have a growth mindset. It's not something you're born with. You can start today, right now.
That's right. Even listening to this podcast is a step in the right direction.
So stay with us, because in the next part, we'll explain why having a growth mindset is so important for achieving your dreams.
All right, Julia. Now let's talk about why having a growth mindset is so important, especially when it comes to achieving your dreams.
Yes, this is a big one. Many people have big dreams. They want to speak English fluently, start a new job, travel the world, or even start their own business. But what happens?
They often stop before they even begin. They think, it's too hard, or I'm not good enough.
Exactly. That's where the growth mindset changes everything. If you believe you can grow, you'll keep going, even when things get tough.
And let's be honest, achieving any dream takes time. You will make mistakes. You might fail. But if you have a growth mindset, you'll see those moments as lessons, not the end.
Right. Let me give you an example. Think about learning English. If someone says, I tried to speak, but I made mistakes, so I stopped, that person probably has a fixed mindset.
But if someone says, I made mistakes, but now I know what to improve, that person is thinking like a winner, with a growth mindset.
Yes, and that mindset pushes you to take action, try again, and move closer to your goal. Without it, you stay stuck.
You know what's interesting? The most successful people in the world, athletes, writers, entrepreneurs, they all fail. But they keep going. That's how they achieve their dreams.
Absolutely. And here's something important for our listeners. Even if your dream is big, like speaking English fluently, you can get there step by step, but only if you believe in growth.
So true. Dreams are not just for the lucky. They're for the persistent. People with a growth mindset don't wait for the perfect moment. They create it by showing up every day.
So, dear listeners, remember this. Your mindset shapes your actions, and your actions shape your future. If you grow your mindset, you grow your life.
Beautifully said, Julia. Coming up next, we'll give you practical steps to develop a strong growth mindset in your daily life. Okay, Julia, we've talked about what a growth mindset is and why it matters. Now let's get into the real action. How can someone actually develop a growth mindset?
Yes, and the good news is anyone can do it. Let's break it down into simple steps.
Perfect. Step 1.
Step 1. Become aware of your thoughts. Start by listening to what you say to yourself. Are you saying things like, I'll never be good at this, or this is too hard? That's fixed mindset thinking.
So we need to catch ourselves when we think that way?
Exactly. When you hear negative thoughts, pause and change them. Say, I'm learning, or this is difficult, but I can grow.
I like that. It's like training your brain to be more positive and open.
That brings us to step 2. Replace I can't with I can learn. If you say I can't speak English well, try saying I can learn to speak English better.
That small change in words can make a big change in attitude.
Exactly. Our words are powerful. When you change your words, you change your mindset.
All right, what's next?
Step 3. Embrace mistakes. Understand that mistakes are not failures. They're lessons. Every mistake teaches you something important.
Yes. For example, if you use the wrong word in English, you can learn the right one next time. That's growth.
Right. Don't be afraid of looking silly or getting something wrong. That's how we improve.
Okay, step 4.
Step 4. Celebrate effort, not just results. A growth mindset is all about the process, not just the outcome. If you studied for 20 minutes today, that's a win, even if you didn't get every answer right.
Yes, progress is progress. We grow little by little, not all at once.
And now, step 5. Surround yourself with positive influences. Talk to people who believe in learning, read books that inspire you, and listen to podcasts, like this one, that encourage growth.
When you're around growth-minded people, their energy helps you grow too.
Absolutely. And finally, step 6. Be patient with yourself. Building a growth mindset is not instant. It takes time, like learning a new language or starting a new habit.
So true. There will be good days and tough days. But if you keep going, your mindset will get stronger.
So, listeners, to recap, listen to your thoughts. Replace I can't with I can learn. Embrace mistakes, celebrate effort, surround yourself with growth-minded people, be patient with yourself.
That's a powerful list. If you follow these steps, you'll start to think differently and live differently.
Yes, and in the next part, we'll talk about some common challenges people face when trying to grow and how to overcome them.
Julia, now that we've talked about how to build a growth mindset, I'm sure some listeners might wonder, what if it's really hard? What are common challenges people face when trying to change their mindset?
Great point, Jason. Changing the way we think is not easy. One common challenge is fear of failure. People worry about making mistakes or looking bad.
Yeah, that fear can stop a lot of people before they even try.
Right. To overcome this, remember that failure is normal. Even the best learners fail many times. Try to think of failure as a step toward success.
That's a good mindset shift. What else?
Another challenge is negative self-talk. That voice inside saying, "I'm not good enough," or "I'll never be able to do this."
I know that voice well. How can we quiet it?
You can't stop it completely, but you can talk back to it. When you hear negative thoughts, respond with positive ones. For example, if your brain says, "I can't," say, "I'm learning and getting better every day."
So, it's like being your own coach instead of your own critic.
Exactly. Another challenge is comparing yourself to others. People see others' success and feel they're not good enough.
That's true, especially on social media.
Yes, but remember, everyone's journey is different. Focus on your progress, not someone else's. Growth is personal.
Any other big challenges?
Sometimes people want quick results and get discouraged if they don't see progress fast.
Right? But real growth takes time.
Yes, patience is key. Celebrate small wins and trust the process.
So to summarize, don't fear failure. See it as learning. Challenge negative self-talk with positive thoughts. Stop comparing yourself to others. Be patient and celebrate small progress.
Exactly. These challenges are normal, but you can overcome them with the right mindset and habits.
And remember, every time you face these challenges and choose growth, you're building a stronger mindset.
That's the real power of a growth mindset. It helps you keep moving forward.
Julia, now that we know the challenges, let's talk about the good stuff. Daily habits that help us keep a growth mindset strong. What habits can our listeners start today?
Great question, Jason. Building a growth mindset is like training a muscle. It needs daily practice. Here are some simple habits anyone can do.
Awesome! What's the first habit?
Habit 1. Practice gratitude. Every day, think about one thing you learned or improved. Even small progress counts.
That's a nice way to focus on the positive. What else?
Habit 2. Set small goals. Instead of big, scary goals, break your dream into small steps. Celebrate each small win.
Yes, that helps avoid feeling overwhelmed.
Habit 3. Reflect on mistakes. When something doesn't go well, don't ignore it. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this?
So turn mistakes into lessons.
Exactly. Then, habit 4, use positive self-talk. Remind yourself, I can improve, or mistakes help me learn.
Nice. Talking kindly to yourself is so important.
And finally, habit 5, surround yourself with growth-minded people. Talk to friends, teachers, or listen to podcasts that inspire learning.
That's a great list. Practicing these habits every day will help anyone build a strong growth mindset.
Yes, and it doesn't take a lot of time. Just a few minutes every day can make a big difference.
Listeners, pick one habit to start today. Keep practicing, and you'll see your mindset and your life change. Julia, stories always inspire us. Can you share some examples of famous people who had a growth mindset and achieved great things?
Absolutely, Jason. There are many well-known people who faced big challenges but kept growing. One great example is Thomas Edison, the inventor of the light bulb.
Oh, yes. I heard he failed many times before inventing the light bulb.
That's right. Edison said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." That shows a strong growth mindset. He saw failure as a step to success.
Wow, what a great attitude. Who else?
Another example is J.K. Rowling, the author of the Harry Potter books. She was rejected by many publishers before her books became famous.
It must have been hard for her, but she didn't give up.
Exactly. She believed in her writing and kept trying. That's a perfect example of growth mindset in action.
And what about famous people in sports?
Sure, take Michael Jordan, one of the greatest basketball players ever. He was cut from his high school basketball team but practiced hard and became a legend.
That shows anyone can improve with effort and belief.
Yes, so listeners, remember, these famous people didn't succeed because they were perfect. They succeeded because they kept learning, growing, and never gave up.
Your story can be like theirs. It starts with a growth mindset. Julia, I think a role play will help our listeners understand how to face failure and choose growth. Want to give it a try?
Absolutely, let's do it.
Oh no, I failed my English test. I studied a lot, but I still didn't pass. Maybe I'm just not good at English.
Wait, Jason, don't say that. Failing one test doesn't mean you're not good at English. It means there's something you can learn to do better next time.
But it's disappointing. I worked hard, but I feel like giving up.
That's normal to feel that way. But remember, every mistake is a chance to grow. Let's look at what was hard on the test and make a plan to improve.
Okay, that makes sense. Maybe I didn't understand some grammar rules well. I can practice those.
Exactly. You're choosing a growth mindset by focusing on learning. Keep trying and you will get better.
Thanks, Julia. I feel more confident now to keep going.
See, listeners, when you face failure, you can either give up or learn and grow.
Choosing growth makes all the difference. Remember, failure is just a step on your journey. Julia, sometimes listeners might feel tired or frustrated when things don't go as planned. What tips can we share to help them keep going?
Great question, Jason. Here are some simple tips to stay motivated even when it's hard.
I'm listening!
Tip 1. Remember why you started. Think about your dreams and goals. Keeping your why in mind gives you strength to continue.
Yes. When I think about my future, I feel more energized.
Tip 2. Break big tasks into small steps. This way progress feels easier and less scary.
Good idea. Small steps feel doable every day.
Tip 3. Celebrate every success, no matter how small. This builds confidence and keeps your spirit up.
That's true. Even learning one new word is a win.
And finally, tip 4. Be kind to yourself. Everyone struggles. It's okay to rest and try again tomorrow.
Perfect advice, Julia. Listeners, keep these tips close. They will help you push through tough times.
Remember, every challenge is an opportunity to grow stronger.
All right, Julia. Before we finish, let's give our listeners a simple challenge they can try today.
Great idea, Jason. Here it is today. Try to catch one fixed mindset thought you have and change it into a growth mindset thought.
For example, if you think, I can't speak English well, change it to, I'm learning to speak English better every day.
Yes. And write it down or say it out loud. This small step will start training your brain to think positively.
Remember, building a growth mindset takes practice, but you can start right now.
We believe in you. Keep growing and you will achieve your dreams.
Julia, what final message do you want to leave our listeners with today?
I want to remind everyone that building a growth mindset is a journey. It won't happen overnight, but every step counts. Believe in yourself and keep moving forward.
Absolutely. Your dreams are within reach if you stay curious, work hard, and never give up.
Thank you so much for listening to the English Learning Podcast. We hope you found today's episode helpful and inspiring.
Don't forget to practice your growth mindset every day. And if you liked this episode, please subscribe and share it with your friends.
See you next time. Keep growing and keep dreaming.
Bye, everyone.